In 1990, Julia Roberts called off her engagement to Kiefer Sutherland on the eve of their wedding. Her private life suddenly became fodder for the tabloids. And when Julia rebounded, dating actor Jason Patric, public scrutiny intensified. After playing Tinkerbell in Steven Spielberg's Hook, she took a year off to get her personal life in order. In 1992, she made a brief appearance in Robert Altman's The Player, and then surprised everyone by marrying one of her co-stars, country singer Lyle Lovett. Lovett, with his offbeat sense of style, was seen as an odd choice for Julia.
I think that it's strange that people question why someone would marry someone who's wonderful, you know? Sort of like saying, why would you go with that guy? He's so great. It's a stupid thing to ask, isn't it?
At the time of the wedding, Julia was filming the John Grisham thriller The Pelican Brief with Denzel Washington.
It'll always be the movie that I got married while I was making it, you know, so that's sort of great. But I think that certainly the whole environment and everybody that worked on this movie, I was so in love with. We were all so devoted to each other.
Julia Roberts is one of the most powerful people in Hollywood. And in terms of on-screen actresses, she is one of the very few who can actually greenlight a movie. The ability to greenlight a movie in Hollywood is really the litmus test for how powerful you really are. And she is a woman who can dust off any old script off the shelf, and when she says, I want to do it, you bet that movie's going to be greenlit instantly.
I have no secrets. I have no deep burning desire to let people know anything that they don't already know. I have no desire to go down the litany of sort of false things that are written about me and correct them, because ultimately it doesn't really matter.
After 2 years of marriage, Julia divorced Lyle Lovett, putting her hopes of starting a family on the back burner. Her next film, Mary Riley, told the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde from the perspective of Dr. Jekyll's maid.
43, take one. 1, 2, 3, action!
But the movie wasn't a hit.
There was a graph once that somebody did that showed Julia's box office success in proportion to her smiles. And I think Pretty Woman had, X number of smiles, and that did X amount at the box office. And then a movie like Mary Riley, which had very little, if no smiles, and how that did at the box office.